Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege this morning, on this American Independence Day, to present for an honorary degree a true giant of the world of jazz from the country of its birth. When Louis Armstrong was asked to explain the meaning of the word jazz, he famously replied, "If you need to ask, I can't tell you." If there's one person alive today who could tell us what jazz is, that person is Dave Brubeck. For half a century now, his music has sent a frisson of excitement down the spines of jazz lovers the world over. Amongst the artists who've performed with him over the years are Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong, Charlie Parker, Dizzy Gillespie, and many others. He is quite simply an icon of his art. David Warren Brubeck was born near San Francisco in 1920. His father was a successful cattle rancher. His mother, a classical musician who'd studied under the legendary English pianist Dame Myra Hess. David himself began taking piano lessons at the age of 4. The complexities of musical notation, however, never came easily to him, and when the time came to go to college, it was as a veterinary student that he enrolled at the College of the Pacific in his home state of California. His zoology teacher soon sensed that Dave's heart lay not in his pre-med studies, but in music, and the young student was pointed across the college lawn in the direction of the music conservatory. When his piano teacher discovered that reading music was not exactly his forte, he was summoned before the dean. It was not a happy meeting. He was told that he was a disgrace to his college and that he could forget any thought of graduation. Fortunately, his other teachers had recognized his prodigious talent, and they had other ideas. They intervened on his behalf, and the dean relented. Dave would, after all, be allowed to graduate, but on one condition. He had to promise that he would never tarnish the reputation of his conservatory by teaching music. After wartime military service, Dave Brubeck returned to California and enrolled at Mills College. Here he studied under the great French classical composer Darius Milhaud, whose assistant was none other than Dave's brother Howard. The influence of Milhaud, who in his own music successfully exploited jazz idioms that he'd assimilated in Harlem, was profound. It was largely as a result of Milhaud's encouragement that Dave's career took off. In 1946, Dave Brubeck founded an experimental jazz ensemble, later known as the Dave Brubeck Octet. In the post-war years, however, work for large ensembles was scarce. In 1914, he reduced his group to a trio, to which he later added an alto saxophone 2 years later. With the stabilization of the personnel in 1958, Dave on piano, Joe Morello on drums, Gene Wright on bass, and Paul Desmond on alto sax, the Dave Brubeck Quartet scaled new heights. In the album Time Out, recorded in 1959, they successfully experimented with rhythms that had previously been regarded as alien to jazz. Take Blue Rondo a la Turque, for instance, in which bars of 9 beats are made up not of the usual groups of 3, but as a combination of 2s and 3s. Now, anybody can write a square dance, but only a Brubeck could write an unsquare dance with 7 beats in a bar. It has a rhythm so snappy that some 40 years later, it's being used as backing for television adverts for Renault cars. Descending through the prime numbers, we reach the composition which secured for the quartet its place in history. Take 5. Its infectious beat was devised by Dave's drummer, Joe Morello. Paul Desmond's attempts to put a melody over it didn't really quite work, and so to the rescue came the master. As Dave said recently with typical modesty, I fixed it so it became a piece. Simple as that. He fixed it as you or I might fix a blown fuse or a flat tire. That little act of fixing created the first jazz recording to sell 1 million copies and gave birth to one of the most celebrated works in the history of jazz. In recent years, Dave Brubeck's demonstrated that he is a musician of remarkable versatility. He's performed with the London Symphony Orchestra and with the New York Philharmonic under Leonard Bernstein. His large-scale works include 2 ballets. There's also a full-length musical, The Real Ambassadors, written for his great friend Louis Armstrong. In 1987, Dave's Mass of Hope was performed before Pope John Paul II and 72,000 others in Candlestick Park, San Francisco. His sacred music also includes oratorios and cantatas, many of which are settings of librettos by his wife Iola, whom too we welcome here this morning. Dave Brubeck's been the recipient of countless honours and awards. He's performed before British and foreign royalty and many heads of state. He appeared at the White House during the presidencies of Lyndon Johnson, Jimmy Carter, and Ronald Reagan, and he performed at the 1988 Moscow Summit. Of the less formal accolades, his appearance on the front cover of Time magazine, while still in his early 30s, was a barometer of unusually early recognition. Dave Brubeck maintains a schedule that musicians half his age would find punishing. He's come to England from performing in Wiesbaden, had a work premiered in London on Saturday, and leaves tomorrow to play in Montreal. He wasn't joking when he once said, "Jazz musicians don't give up till they can't walk anymore or they drop dead." Chancellor, to you and to the whole congregation, I present Dave Brubeck as eminently worthy to receive the degree of Doctor of Music honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Music honoris causa. Welcome. We shall now continue with the conferment of degrees and the award of diplomas, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I shall admit those presented. I call upon Professor Hopkins to present the graduates from his faculty.
Chancellor, to you and to the congregation, I present this student in my faculty for the following diploma. For the diploma in Counselling Studies, Elaine Margaret Wiley.
Chancellor, to you and to the congregation, I present these students in my faculty for the following degrees. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Psychology, Nghiep Stanley Chua. Bridget Natalia Brand. Vanessa June Dale. Natalie Lazides. Jim Yu Ning. Kristalla Pithara. Michelle Rajarathnam. Miroslava Stakospa. Siet Fung Wong. Anushka Pieri. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Artificial Intelligence and Psychology, Angela Rose Phillips. James Andrew Gordon Arthur. Amanda Elizabeth Harris. Christine Howes. Adam Butemant. Human Science, Charlotte Ellen Bellem. Psychology, Camilla Kate Abnett. Jacqueline Samantha Blois. Catherine Evans-Jones. Catherine Franklin. Sarah Catherine Gregory. Natalie Louise Hayward. Richard Alexander Meiser Stedman. Madeline Jane Needham. Amanda Ross. Karen Louise Sumner. Lynn Marie Ainsworth. Victoria Claire Arman. Susanna Jane Bethel. Lucy Catherine Blow. Karen Julie Bowden. Bethan Mayer Burge. Nina Harriet Kapek. Amanda Chan Pensley. Susan Yvonne Chipchase. Rachel Emily Christie. Gary Charles Clarkson. Ruth Caulfield. Rebecca Catherine Louise Essex. Jacqueline Margaret Francis. Rebecca Jane French. Brian Ramin Joseph Gatan. Andrea Dawn Height. Beth Homer. Samuel Anthony Jackson. Anastasia Kalageropoulou. Sophia King. Christopher John Kraft. Alexandra Diane Last. Simon Lawrence Leguet. Catherine Suzanne Lemon. Claire Louise Long. Alistair Andrew MacDonald. Laura Catherine Madeley. David Anthony Morel. Gareth Jonathan Morris. Laura Madeleine Smith. Richard Pierce Tonkin. Maxine Lai Mei Wan. Hugh Stewart Watson. Melanie Ann Williams. Rachel Mary Dimmock. Claire Louise Forster. Alexandra Kumandari. Maria Carolina Scipolino. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with joint honours, Laura Jane Seber. Timothy Mark Harvey J.
Chancellor, to you and to the congregation, I present these students in my faculty for the following degrees and diplomas. For the diploma in nursing, Michelle Ann Ames. Frances Helen Assender. Lindsay Marie Atkinson. Joanne Mary Avery. Jonathan Joseph Berry. Sally Elizabeth Birch. Martin Birchinall. Lynn Bird. Jane Blackledge. Kay Louise Booth. Frances Valerie Borrell. Angela Louise Bridgewood. Elaine Patricia Rosemary Bromley. Mark Cairns. Michelle Jane Carter. Sarah Ellen Cheevan. Catherine Rachel Clark. Katie Ann Clark. Samantha Louise Clayton. Claire Louise Clemson. Jacqueline Ann Cook. Kirsty Elaine Cooper. Julie Coventry. Paula Cutting. Susan Helen Dale. Richard Carl Danks. Joanne Davenport. Zoe Philippa DeLacy. Jane Marie Dermondy. Anne Josephine Diamond. Janice Ruth Dixon. Neil James Douglas. Deborah Joan Dudley. Faye Louise Durant. Samantha Durant. Hilary Imogen Zelakevich. Gemma Ann Elliott. Amy Louise Ellis. Joanna Ellis. Sarah Helen Emerson. Joanne Evans. Carol Evitt. Rebecca Lorna Fell. Tara Ellen Finch. Yunglan Fleming. Benjamin Stewart Fletcher. Catherine Flint. Helen Nora Ann Ford. Marie Forsyth. Kim Fuller. Sharon Linda Furlong. Michelle Gagg.